just a 60-minute one-way ticket, because to get two one-way tickets for each bus is 12 euros cheaper than buying two 24-hour tickets, and we would only use 24-hour tickets if we wanted to ride around on the bus all day, which we came to the conclusion after a discussion that we didn't want to. We just go to our hotel that we can check into at 1:30, which is, no, 1 o'clock, not 1:30, which is probably, oh, my watch is really stupid. I mean, it's cool, but it's almost 1 o'clock now. How long have we been here? Roughly half an hour. I've got 23 minutes and 40 seconds on here, but I didn't start recording right away, so there's another bus stop. Bye-bye bus stop. You'll probably hear me say that every single time. There are maps of the bus stops at the bus stops, which makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, a map of a bus stop, bus routes at the bus stop. Shocker. Anyway, instead of actually buying a map to Venice, we just took a picture of it. It's kind of funny. I mean, it doesn't show you any canals, really, except for the ones the bus uses, so it just shows you the big main canals, and it shows you the names of the islands and stuff, so it really only helps if you know where a bus stop is. I mean, it kind of helps. Giant wall. Look at that. Lots of interesting things. But it's still really funny. And then because Hannah had taken more pictures with her camera, she took another picture of another map because she didn't want to have to keep looking so far back to find it. It was actually pretty hilarious. Pretty darn funny. Oh, there's seagulls here too, not just pigeon, but there's mostly pigeon. Security camera. I saw one by someone's house. It was kind of odd. We've been in a lot of neighborhood areas just because we just turned down whatever street we felt like turning down. And it didn't really matter to us. Most construction. I think construction happens a lot in January because it's not incredibly cold. I mean, those guys were in sweatshirts after they built up the sweat, of course. But yeah, should really pay attention to what bus stop we're getting to next. I just know we need to get off at Liet, which is the last one. Listen to that. It sounds awful. Granted, the motor is right there. We can hear like everything. That's our bus stop. Well, it's not ours, but it's the one we're at. There's the sun. top is ours. Look, a seagull. Maybe they actually... Oh, there you go. I get to zoom in on the bird. Oh, that's fine as I move my hand. And it's been taking lots of pictures of what I actually really don't know. So they're speakers. They haven't actually been used, but they're there and they're hooked up. My arm is actually